Bruh, if you haven't watched this movie, you're probably in the beta universe. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Now this story follows an Evelyn Wang. She's a poor woman who lives with her family. She owns a laundromat. She's super busy. She has lots of things to do. Can't even keep track of anyone who's talking to her because she just has to go between tasks and mundane stuff that just happens in her life. One day, she gets visited from someone from another universe that enters her husband's body. And she basically is presented the opportunity to see how it's like if she had chosen a different path in her life. Like if she had made this decision at this point in her life would have changed and this would have been what happened. And she had the potential to see lots of them. Lots of different paths that she could have taken. Now, I can't even hide my excitement for this movie. It blew me away. It was like, I almost can't even find anything wrong with it. That's literally the honest truth. It is hilarious. It is unique, mostly. It is a unique element to it. It's feel good. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that there's finally a comedy that isn't crap, that is funny. Because there's some crap comedies that are funny, but there aren't a lot of good comedies. Because comedy is one of the weakest genre. So combining with sci-fi and to make this comedy sci-fi genre, it's so funny and it's not bad. So it appeals to the common viewer and the more deep movie critic buff. So someone who can see all the intricacies will be able to see it. But if you don't really care about all this stuff, it's still an amazing movie, which I think is an amazing way to put a movie together. Continuing onward, honestly, every character in this film works. Every character has been maximized to their fullest potential. There was no character that I was like, oh, they forgot about that character. Oh, it didn't have enough screen time. They had appropriate amounts of screen time based on what was intended, honestly. It didn't feel like anything was underdeveloped. It didn't feel like anything was lost. It felt like everyone contributed to the story a lot, A+. Each character's contribution, what is the weakest character? I couldn't tell you. The side characters, the background characters, but even them, they all work. They all work well. And it's you rarely see that in movies. Usually you have some times where just characters are just they're lost or just not maximized to full potential, but no, that is great. The plot, also great. I can't spoil too much, but let's just say at first, I thought, the only thing that I could say maybe is a criticism, is I think at first, there are parts of the movie, in the part 1, that you kind of lose the plot a little bit. At one point I was like, wait, what's the point now? And I was like, I guess that could be intentional. That could be intentional, but it wasn't conveyed enough intentionally, because there's a lot of other parts that are really goofy and wacky, and it's very intentional in shows. But this one's kind of up into interpretation, so I don't know if this was just the only misstep, where they're kind of just lost the track of the plot. They regained it really quickly. They really regained it quickly, but the fact that I was even in my mind, I was like, wait, what's the point now? I don't even know, where we're even going anymore. It makes you think, it's But honestly, who cares? It's so good in every other aspect. There is no other weak part in the movie that, just because it loses its rails once, so what? The people are human. They're gonna make mistakes. Perfection is hard to achieve, and this came close. So honestly, this is a 10 out of 10 recommend, but not 10 out of 10 rating. I'm gonna have to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Because it's just so good. Besides that's the only criticism. I've combed this movie. Other people have been telling me, hey, this is a 10 out of 10. You need to put it as a 10 out of 10. It's but yeah, they're almost right. They are almost right. It's just so good. It has so strong characters, such a strong plot, such a strong message. It's hilarious. It makes a weak genre strong. It's just, wow. You need to take a second and pay the money to go see this in theaters. And if not, you can wait for it in streaming or whatever. But I just was not expecting this. I was coming into this movie not really knowing what to expect. I saw the trailer, I guess. It seemed okay. It was like, okay, it seems pretty good. But oh my gosh, the trailer doesn't even do it justice. It's like 1,000 times better than the trailer. So like, do a better trailer. I don't know if they could have done a better trailer to age, but that's a tangent besides the point. 9.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend it as a watch. If you want to see more movie reviews, cultural analysis, and centrist TM politics, then be sure to subscribe. Also, leave a comment if you think it's 10, or if you don't think it's a 10, if you think it's not. Let me know why, because I'm interested to see the comments of other people. Because I did try to see some critics online, and the ones that rated it bad are stupid. So, yeah, they're pretty stupid. So I wouldn't even. The reasons they gave were like idiotic. So I want some logical criticism, some good criticism. If you can leave it in the comments, so I can get more analysis. Because really, I just feel like it's so strong. Right, I'll see you in the next one.